Hello and welcome to Brickscape. If you have enjoyed any of our past builds, good news, because new mocks are in the works. But before we embark on new building adventures, we deem it appropriate to rewind and visit builds of the past. Today, we're going to be looking at a small droid base on Serenno depicting the life of a janitor droid. The inspiration to build this mock came from the desire to make a brick-built Separatist logo, as well as wanting to experiment with the grill insets on the wall. The first thing that jump out are the two symbols. Of course, because it is CIS based, we had to include their logo, but more on that later. This was kind of a parody on clone bases, and by building a lightning squadron symbol onto the wall, we gave the droids a personality. These are clearly quick droids. Alright, so in the middle we have the janitor droid. He's of course standing on the middle of the Separatist logo, and I just put a little bucket. I used a light bluish gray piece because I had a brown one, but I thought that wood would look kind of stupid. And then on the other side, we have two normal battle droids. They're just walking. I gave them E11 blasters from Brick Arms because I didn't have their normal guns. And then behind them, there's a crate with a pilot droid, just a normal crew member, and then another random droid. And I did include like a custom backpack, but we're going to look at the minifigures a little bit later. Here's the crate. Basically, I was inspired from Rich Boy J. They are a black hexagonal shape. They're using these modified 1x1 bricks, or plates rather, with studs on the side. And there's one in white because I didn't have all of them in black. Although I really like the way this one turned out. And then on the other side, we have a crew member, same as earlier. I really liked how this minifigure ended up turning out. And he's standing in front of this cool computer. And next to the computer is a little canister that's connected by a wire. And they all are sitting on top of a 1x4 light bluish gray snot brick, and it's kind of like an anti-snot because studs are on top in this case. But yeah, cleverly covering the hole in the floor, we have the depressed janitor. So moving on to the back, we have these blue divots in the wall. They're these like grill designs. They were one of the original parts of this build to basically maintain the same exact design throughout the entire building process. So for the banister, we have this really simple design. I don't remember where I saw it, but it fits pretty well. I'm using these bars and clips, and they just connect to on top of the grill area. And behind the banister, we have two super battle droids. I wanted to include as much diversity about battle droids in the mock, so I also included mouse droid. Swinging up on top, we have a better look at this really high-tech floor design with these alternating tooth patterns using wedge plates in two different colors. And then in the middle, we have these grill plates. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but they're cool. And I tried to like make the tiles meet up and have like this cohesive design. And moving off the minifigures, you could see that I put them on jumper plates, and I also put the other one on a wedge plate. And then the mouse droid is on another jumper plate. I once ordered like 700 of those, so we have quite a lot. Nothing to worry about. We continue the tooth design from the walkway, and then we have abstract greebling. And on the bottom, there's this 1x5 modified plate, and behind it, we have the blue from the front, just to have a cohesive color grade throughout the entire mock. Now, the greebling design was a little random, sporadic, and kind of ripped, honestly. I wouldn't have done something like this right now, but that's what building is. You progress and you evolve. Something I want to take a little bit closer look at is the Separatist symbol. That was obviously the main attraction of the mock, and I went through a few iterations. I'll put it on screen right now, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. Using the cheese slopes to make the hexagonal shape really worked out at the end. And I also really like how I did the border with the dark bluish gray. I used those spring-loaded missiles on the sides and on the top, and also in the behind the whole Separatist logo, there's that little gray area. Another cool aspect of this mock is the black border, which is surprisingly something I've never done. So let's take a closer look at the minifigures and accessories. The main character of the mock, the janitor battle droid, looking down and depressed, holding the broom. What I did is I just stuck in the droid arms, but I didn't press them in all the way. One of the B1 battle droids was the generic battle droids with the E11 brick arms gun. This is the B2 or super battle droids, one of the two that were standing on the walkway in the back. Lastly, one of my favorites, the crew member. This is just a pilot, and then we had a grill on the back with a lever handle to make a backpack. And then here is the data pad. Moving on to accessories, we have the computer table in the back. This is one of those new printed pieces. I put like a little drawer on the bottom, I think, and its antenna. And yeah, I had a lot of cool brackets and one of those masonry bricks. Attached to the computer by wire, we had this canister, and it is built up by this cone on the top. And under that, there is one of those like stud flick fire things, and with the pins on top just to keep it in. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for future builds.